Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you 7 really simple backgrounds that don't take long and are really simple. Before we start, just to know that I use Paint Tool Sai for drawing and therefore I show you the process in this program. But you can use any digital program you have as long as it works with layers. You may just have to figure out which brush to use in your program, and without further ado, let's start! White glowing. Let's start with the most simple one. You actually don't even need to add any kind of background. You only need a simple white background and a soft brush to alter your drawing a little bit. I use the airbrush and a low opacity around 30%. All you have to do is go around your character with the airbrush and give it a soft white outline. I personally like the look of it if you put a bit more white in every corner to make it softer, but that's completely up to preferences. While going around your character, blend the white nicely. In the end, you have the look of a white backlight that lets your character glow. Simple but effective. Use a single color but put it in a shape. Another super simple background. The hardest part for this one is actually to come up with the shape you want to use. This can be anything from simple geometric shapes like circles to stars, flowers, or even more complex things like a cat shape or maybe fish shape for mermaid. Just giving that one color background a shape makes it way more effective. And you are not limited to one object. Combine the same or different ones for more variety. Add a gradient or a pattern. If you want a little more than just one color for background, why not adding a little gradient? I like this especially when I have a few smaller shaped objects as background. Just put a few colors that look nice together on a layer and blend until you have a nice gradient. You can use any color combination you like. If you still want a little more, add a simple pattern. Stripes or polka dots are easy ones that you can do in no time. But let's try some backgrounds that look like you have spent some time on them, even so you didn't. A simple underwater background. Start with a blue background layer and make a gradient where the top is lighter and the bottom darker. Then do a few white lines that are roughly S-shaped. This represents the light on the surface. Blend the first layer of wave-shaped lines and add another one. These are a simple background, there is no need for perfection, but if you like you can of course put more effort into them. Then on a new layer draw some light rays and starting from the surface and going down. I set the stabilizer higher for this one as I'm really bad at straight lines freehand. Blend the lines a little, but not too much, they should still be visible. If you like you can also put the light rays above your character, this way the character is more into the background than just in front of it. Well, this would be the easiest underwater background, but let me give you some options for variation. Add a ground. Just draw a more or less edgy, jiggly line and fill it with one solid color. Depending on how rocky or sandy your ground should be, make more edges or make it softer. Add bubbles. A nice accessoire for underwater drawings are bubbles. For really simple ones, draw around the shape with a white brush and erase most of it until you have an irregular outline. Blend toward the middle but leave the outside as it is. Add some small white highlights and if you want some color of surrounding objects and, well, finished. Plants and animals. How about a little life? I like to draw corals as you can't do much wrong with it. Start with one branch and add as many little branches as you like. They can be delicate and really detailed or simple as mine. For a few fish in the background, just add a few dark oval spots and lower the opacity and you're done. Use just one of these or combine them as you like for an interesting but simple underwater background. A cloudy sky. Another really simple background is a simple sky. Again, start with a gradient, but this time put a lighter color on the bottom. Use a soft round brush and white to draw some clouds in. Again, I take the simple route without many details, but do as you like. You can combine this one with a shaped background or just take the whole canvas. Not shown, but when changing the color of the sky and clouds, they can get different emotions transported. How about a light orange sky and pink clouds for a cute soft drawing, or a stormy grey sky and clouds for a more rough character? You can also add more details again. I've chosen cherry blossoms as they're typical for manga, but everything else works just as well. Birds, balloons, butterflies, and everything else you can think about. Objects like the petals in front of the car I like to blurry, so the focus stays on the character and not on the background objects. Simple leaves. When you want the hint of a forest background without drawing hours and hours on leaves and trees, this one might help. Here I changed the shape of the brush from simple round to spread. If you want the exact brush setting, stop the video and copy it. I start with a solid background color and then choose a slightly darker one and just scribble a random line across the background before choosing the next darker color. The darker the color gets, the more on the edge I stay. You could also use a variety on lighter and darker colors if you want slightly more detail. Hint some tree trunks behind the leaves and maybe some grass or simple leaves and plants in front of them, and finish is the simple forest. Didn't took me even 5 minutes, so even if you add a little more detail, you are finished in no time. Galaxy. Let's end the video with my favorite, the galaxy. Again, start with a solid color and use the spread shaped brush. I also set my blending brush to spread. Add darker colors and some lighter ones in a random pattern. Just don't use too much space for the bright colors, as it should be the highlight for the background. I used dark purples for the sky and lighter blues and some pinks for the galaxy, but turquoise, purple or even a little red could also work. Then with a small round brush I added some stars. On a galaxy they are near together and there are way more stars than on the darker parts. Stars are always irregular, so build some cluster and leave other parts of the sky without stars. Then I take some kind of star brush for the not so visible background stars. If you want, again just stop the video and copy the brush. As last step I use white on an overlay layer to give the galaxy a little more glow, and we're done. On a last note, I want to mention that it always helps if you consider your background already while shading the character. You simply have wool other shading colors in a night scene than underwater or at a sunset. This will make your drawing even more defined. I hope this video helped you, and if you know more really simple backgrounds, please tell me in the comments and I may make a part 2. Thank you for watching.